What's up, everybody?
I have the microphones.
I know you do. Thank you.
Can you hear us?
I don't know. I'm going to have to choose a message.
Stephanie, send me a text message.
All right, so I got to choose it as the microphone. Looks like I choose mic.
Oh, yeah, she can see us.
Can you hear us? Hello, hello, hello. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Had a little bit of technical difficulty getting this set up here. So hopefully.
Stephanie says, turn down the shirt.
Hey, shut up. My shirt's awesome. It's my Hawaiian marathon shirt. Where's that? Right there. See? Ran the marathon. That's right. Turn down this shirt. Listen to her. Turn down for what?
Did you see my beard?
I did not. I got caught up in trying to get this to work. I don't like this camera. It makes me look old. The TV in the background is annoying.
Let me turn the TV
Probably
off.
should. Yeah.
I got to figure out what channel it is.
We got a couple people watching. We've been live for a minute now.
There we go. It's off. Sunshine. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
And I'm on the correct side.
Are you?
Well,
Is
I'm
that the
always
right
on your
side?
right.
That's my right?
Back
I
up.
feel like we're reversed.
No, I mean, on the screen we are, but.
It's really weird to look at it on the screen like that.
Why is this damn tequila by me?
It should be on the screen the whole time. Wild Common. That's what I'm drinking tonight. Wild Common Reposado. Made at NOM 1123. Calween by Java.
Hey, all right.
And this guy that owns it, Wild Common, is the guy is a photographer for National Geographic and is also like a climber, I believe. Like a rock climber. And does like all kinds of really cool stuff that, you know, we don't do cool stuff like that. We're lame.
You are.
Oh yeah, you're Mr.
That's correct. I'm
You're
Mr.
Mr.
Douchey.
Adventure.
You got it.
Mr. Adventure.
Oh, well.
I
Think they heard the pop on the show?
No, they didn't.
All right. Well, I am drinking Florida Sunshine Lager because we're in Florida.
We are in Florida.
All right. This is great. It's been a good day.
Is it Florida or Florida?
No, that's Florida is.
Isn't it spelled the same way?
It's not pronounced the same way.
Well, obviously you can pronounce it both ways. I mean, that's the thing.
Well, cheers to you, my marathon running friend.
Cheers to you. Are you ready to run?
I don't know that I have a choice.
You don't have a choice. Not at this point in time. I think, look, Tony crowned us or something.
Oh,
She
look at
said
that.
hi. Tony said hi. Hi,
She's
Tony.
number one. Hi, Tony.
Tony's here
And
too.
there's Stephanie. Oh, look at that. She's a Crown 92, whatever that means.
Tony's she's in the back. She's in the back
other
room.
room.
She's ready to go to sleep already.
Well, that's probably true.
We started at 3 this morning though. It was
In this time zone?
lame early. Yeah, same time zone. I live in Indiana.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We're in Florida. We're not in like Guadalajara.
We got Fred. Hey,
Fred's
Fred.
there. Hey, Fred.
Excellent. Hopefully, we can get Andy Sparks on the show. He's been texting me.
Yeah, Andy should be getting on the show now. And really, we're here because of those guys, right?
We are here, well, because of you. And I'm actually going to go back in time here and look up our show. Because we're almost at a 1-year anniversary of you challenging me to do this.
Fred said, "Love your mics." Yeah, they're
Thanks, buddy.
different. Mine is a nipple placement.
Of course, the internet.
Oh,
here
there's
sucks
Andy Sparks.
So bad. There's
Andy Sparks is on there.
He found us. All right. Well, that's not going to happen. Anyways,
Andy Sparks was officially the first
he was
donator.
So back in January of 25, man, last year, wow, you had in December of 24, you had run the Honolulu Marathon.
Oh, right. Honolulu.
That's right. And you said, Brian, you should run a marathon. And I was like, absolutely not. That sounds terrible. And our guest that night was Andy Sparks, the first guest.
He was, yep.
And so then the conversation rolled into, what if we got people to pay for you to run the marathon? And I said, well, that's stupid. Who's going to pay?
Well, I think I said you'd run it for $1,000.
No.
Okay.
It was really seeing if we could get people to pay to have me run the marathon and give me to sign up. And I was like, that's dumb. Then we're just having people pay me money to run a marathon. No one's going to do that. you said, well, what if we did it for a charity? And I was like, okay. Well, he's like, you said, how much money would it take for a charity for you to do it? And first dollar amount that came to my head was $1,000. As soon as I said the words, I knew for a fact, Brad, you would just donate the $1,000 yourself.
Yeah, you're running a marathon.
I knew what I was getting into right then and there. And you then graciously said, I will match the $1,000.
Because I need to run it anyway, so I don't get fat.
There you go. And so sitting to my right that night was Andy Sparks. And he whips out his wallet, drops $100 on the bar and goes, I got you started. Yeah. I was like, oh man, this is really going to happen, isn't it? And then later that night we had
Josh Navarro
from
Union Home Mortgage. Yeah.
From Union Home Mortgage on the show. He had heard about the story we just had with Andy, whips out his wallet. He drops like $60 on the counter. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yep.
It's going to happen. And so that was January. The signups for the Disney Marathon were not until March. So the goal was to get $1,000 by the time signups rolled around. And it was the very beginning. Like, when is that the race we went to, Supercross?
Supercross was in March sometime.
Yeah, it's like early March, right?
Early March.
And signups for the race for the marathon were March 11th. We were at $600. And I distinctly remember my first ever time at Supercross. I'm sitting in the seats at the suite, and you send me a text message. Hey, come here. And so I hop up, go up into the suite area, and some dude,
John, his name is
John, who's from, I think it was Kansas
City. Yeah, he was he was a professional football
Correct.
player. Yeah.
Hands me 6 $100 bills. Actually, I think it was 7, but either way. And you said, you're running a marathon, dude. It's like, oh, all right, well, it's happening. And so, then you threw in your $1,000, and
JC.
We had multiple people donate money. Fred, you're on that list, so thank you for the donation. Greatly appreciated. And then JC Wagaman from Catalyst Insurance, he was on our show, and he heard about the story, and it really tugged at his heartstring, I guess. It's one of those kind of donating to my wife's food pantry. Hi, Stephanie. And so he likes to help schools. He likes to help those, who are down and out. He likes to help, military, police officers, things like that. And he says, I will donate $1,000. Like, wow. So now we're at 3,300, I think.
Yep.
I had one of my neighbors who changed her donation from $25 to $100, which helped at some point.
Yep.
And then we had Marty Brown, another guest on our show from Achosa Home Warranty. I know she's not watching, but hi, Marty.
She might be.
And she has run multiple Ironman triathlons.
Yeah, she's a beast.
She really is.
Yeah.
And she had a lot of good advice. But during our show, she goes, if you guys finish, I will donate $500 when you're done. So I texted Marty this week and I go, get that check ready. So we're running on Sunday.
And finishing is a scary thing for me right now, because there's a pace that we have to keep. And I believe it's
a pretty long pace.
But I think there's a bulldozer that follows
with
the
Mickey
end.
Ears
and,
on
then,
it.
and if you don't keep this, run right over you and you're done. It's game over. So we got to stay ahead of that bulldozer.
Maybe Goofy will be driving the bulldozer and he'll never get anywhere near
I don't think Goofy drives the bulldozer.
Oh, shucks.
So, yeah, it's going to be fun, though. I think neither of us, I think, have trained hard enough, to be honest. I know that I didn't train near for this one as I did the last one.
Well, I'll take the blame for that, because last time you were training with Tony and you were going to run together. So you did a lot of running with her.
Yeah, I mean, it was easier. She lives in my house.
Exactly.
So and when I would say I don't want to run, if I said I didn't want to run, you didn't call me and go, oh, I'm running without you. So
I understand.
Yeah. So I think we're going to do fine, though. The keys, we just got to keep ahead of that bulldozer and finish. And we're here. So it's going to be awesome, I think, running through Disney. You haven't done this before, but you have learned the monotony of running.
Oh, yeah.
And the monotony of a treadmill.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be cool to see not only the parks, but also we're going to see some of the backside of Disney.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. And I like Disney World a lot. I always have since I was a kid. So to me, this is just kind of cool. And, you ran the Honolulu Marathon, which involved mountains.
a mountain and it was an out and back.
Exactly.
So like you ran out and then you turned around and you didn't have new views and you ran up over the same mountain. So honestly, there was some parts to that were kind of boring.
I bet. And that to me is really what makes this race significantly unique. In looking at the 26.2 mile track that we got to run, running through a city is one thing. It's a lot of the same, this block, the next block, the next block. Well, we start in the Epcot Center parking lot.
Right.
We run through Epcot Center.
Yep.
Then we have what I think is the longest stretch of nothing, which is about 6 miles from there to Magic Kingdom. Then we run around the Grand Floridian Resort. We run into the Magic Kingdom, and I'm not sure what the path is through there.
Which will be magical.
Exactly. And then we come out at the Contemporary Resort, run through the parking lot, and then we have another 6 or 7 miles back in the direction of Animal Kingdom, which seems to be a bit off the beaten path. And
it's in the Sierra.
Correct. So then we run through Animal Kingdom a little bit, and then we make our way over to Hollywood Studios, which is not that far away. Run through that a little bit. I know we go by the Tower of Terror, which
is terrifying.
Cool. Terrifying. Yeah. And then come out there. Short trip over to the boardwalk after we pass by Blizzard Beach. Right. And then after the boardwalk, there's a short run over to Epcot Center, coming in the other side from where we started. Run a different way through Epcot Center, come out the other side, and the parking lot, you're done. So my point being...
That doesn't sound like 26 miles.
I know. My point being, like, the longest stretch of nothing that we have to kind of, look at, I guess, is like 6 or 7 miles in one direction, 6 or 7 miles in the other direction, which...
And one's road, the other's in the background. Like, the other's like back roads that you wouldn't necessarily see at Disney.
Right.
So
and I've heard from lots of people who have done the racing here that, they have a lot of motivational people around. They got people in costume, the characters are out there cheering you on, high-fiving. And I'm sure that I will occasionally stop for a photo with various characters, depending on who it is.
We got to keep that bulldozer
That's
behind us.
Where I'm well above the bulldozer pace. It'll be fun. So I think maybe it's just because we're finally here and it's been kind of in the works for about a year that I'm like, I'm not really worried about it. It's here. Let's do it.
You seem really excited about it. Like some of your last work, I'm going to say the last month worth of videos and shorts and things. It seems like you're pretty excited about it. So
and maybe it's because I'm finally here and going to get it done. It's not just hanging out there anymore. And like I said, I like Disney World, and I've never, once in my life, I did a 3K, and I think I did it with the kids. So it was like a walk run kind of thing. Yeah. That's the most I've ever truly run at a time, other than the training we've done for this. So I'm very curious to see how, the progress, the success that I'm going to have from running all of this.
I want to say thanks to Center Grove.
Oh, yeah.
The Center Grove schools for letting us run there.
It's great to have that availability of the track.
I think we ran
we did like a half marathon.
250 miles, or 250 laps.
It was crazy. Long time.
It made me really respect how IndyCar drivers must feel.
For sure.
Because it was just like, we would pull into the pits, get a drink, back out. So, but yeah, that was pretty cool that we got to go do that. And I don't know that I'm going to do another one after this.
I have no intention of doing another one.
Well, maybe if we raise let's say, no, you won't do this, but what if we raised $10,000 for the food bank? Would you run another marathon?
To assist my wife and the people who need it for $10,000, sure, I'd do it.
Okay. So for $10,000, raise it, would you do?
Now, by the way, the first time you offered this at $1,000, I knew you would pay it if necessary. You ain't putting up 10 grand. So
you're right. Yeah, but I think we can. I think we can raise 10 grand.
I don't think we can.
But and this would be something that I would work really hard to raise 10 grand, but I'm not going to do it with you. Okay, if we do this, but would you do a full Ironman?
No.
No, not even for 10 grand. You're out.
No.
I don't know how people do those. Honestly, that's
I can
insanity.
Swim, I can ride a bike, and I can run, but I'm doing them all together.
No, I can't do them together. Okay, so terrible. We'll figure out another.
What you got here?
His body can't take on an Ironman.
No, I
Stephanie,
swam across
this
the pool
guy
today.
Is Ironman.
I swam across the pool today, and my knee hurt.
You know,
way.
here's the thing. I'm gonna grab this. Oh, I'm not hooked up. I was afraid I
You
was
are
hooked
not.
up. To be able to do an Ironman, I think the most important thing, if you and I were going to do that, would be it'd be to hydrate, and we would hydrate with this right here,
Agua Sol.
Agua
sure.
Sol tequila, in a nice.
And I don't like tequila. So
Looks
that
like a
sounds,
really cool water bottle.
It does look like
Yeah.
a water bottle.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's it now. Sorry.
So,
What coming into this? You tell people you're doing the Disney Marathon. What questions or what do people say?
are you doing the Dopey Challenge?
Yeah. And the Dopey Challenge is?
The Dopey Challenge is a 3K, 10K, mini marathon, and then full marathon. So you run each run,
Correct.
which I think starts tomorrow.
No, it started today. Today was
so
the short one.
the short
Tomorrow's
set.
the 10K, the half marathon is Saturday, and the full on Sunday.
Yeah. So running each one of those. And so my answer's been no, I'm not doing the Dopey Challenge, but I am going to run a 5K, a 10K,
Hi, Alex.
a half marathon, and the full marathon.
That's right.
I'm
You're just
doing
running it all
in
together.
one thing. Yeah. Like I'm going to cheer. I'm like 5K. And then I'll say 10K, and then halfway. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to do each one of those cheers. So I will have done those. And I think this is a dopey enough challenge doing the full marathon. So I think it'll be a lot of fun.
So for me, tell people I'm doing.
I think Andy just kicked in $1,000 to start.
No, Andy, just no. I mean, I appreciate the offer, but no. Anyway, so when I'm telling people I'm doing the Disney Marathon, they're like, "Oh, are you running the whole thing?"
Right. Yeah, that is
Like-
the next question.
I mean, some people know what the Disney Marathon is, and it's a weekend. So maybe they're looking at it going, well, are you doing the 10K? Are you doing the half marathon? Whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't say any of those. I said I'm running the
The
marathon.
marathon.
So that's number one. And I'm surprised at the number of people when I tell them we're doing the Disney Marathon, like, oh, how far is that?
The length of a
Like,
marathon.
how do people not know how far a marathon is? 26.2 miles. And even
Yeah.
just say 26, that's fine. But like, I felt that was a more
Well, so I have people say
reasonable
that when you
question.
say you're running the
Yeah.
half marathon, they're like, well, how far is that? What's half a marathon?
yeah, they
So-
just don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's from what I understand, it's a very small percentage of the population that run a marathon.
For sure.
Even a smaller population that does it twice.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'm, from couch to 26.2 miles, which is literally what you're doing.
Yes, I have.
It's kind of a big deal, I guess.
I have no question in my mind that this is a big deal.
Yeah,
Not a lot of people do this.
we have to do this again Sunday after the marathon.
Oh,
I don't know if we'll have enough
bandwidth, energy.
ability. So, the kicker is we come home on Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
You and I shoot a couple of podcasts on Wednesday. Tony and I jump on a flight to Guadalajara, and Tony and I are running a 10K run next Sunday in Amatatan, Mexico.
A charity run.
Yeah, it's a charity run. Yeah,
Okay.
Ileana Partida, the owner of Hacienda de Ora Tequila.
Ileana.
She makes a lot of great tequilas, and this is a charity run that I believe it goes towards either orphanages or something that has to do with children's schools. I'll find out more about it when we're there. But Todd Hommel, the owner of 1250 Evolution 1250 Tequila, he's the one that kind of said, "Hey, you should come do this." And I'm like, "Oh, that sounds like a great run. When is it?" And I said, "I'll do it. When is it?" And he's like, "It's the last week of January." I'm like,
January
"You're
18th.
kidding
Wait,
me."
what?
So yeah, we're gonna fly. And Tony's actually gonna run that 10K as well. Now, here's what I've been told, and they've said, "Look, this. I'm not lying to you. This is true." Todd's like, "This is a 10K downhill."
Oh,
So they're gonna pick us up and drive us to the start point, and then the whole run is downhill, and then we load in the back of pickup trucks and drink tequila and head to the distillery. So that's what I've been told.
huh.
We'll see if it's really downhill, because Tony told me the Hawaiian Marathon was flat.
She lied.
She forgot all about the Diamond Head Mountain thing.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's not flat.
it's craziness. So one thing I want to say thanks to all the people that have watched all of 2025, because we had a lot of good views and people hanging out, and Love to have suggestions on things you'd like to see on our show.
I look forward to more interaction with Fred. Now that he is
Yeah.
officially retired.
Fred
by the
is
way.
retired.
Congratulations, Fred.
Peggy's retired too.
See? And
Yeah.
so there's more time for Fred to watch our shows and leave comments and maybe come and be the producer of the show.
We do need a producer.
There you go, Fred.
Yeah,
Retirement gig. Show producer.
And here's the best thing about that job is it doesn't pay anything.
Yeah, and you get free tequila.
Doesn't have. He gets free beer.
That too.
For sure, because we are provided beer by Sun King.
That's right.
So thanks to the Sun King folks for hooking us up with free beer, a keg of beer all the time, and that's pretty cool. But we do need to get a producer and more sponsors.
That would be great.
Yeah. So if you're watching and you want to sponsor the show, just reach out to Brian. He's got more time than I do, and he can talk to you, get y'all set up.
He knows nothing about it. Sounds great.
Look, we've got comments going on over here. Alex, how are you? You should be here running as well.
Ooh, no.
No, she shouldn't run.
No. She's got a hip issue. She's an old lady.
That's not even nice.
She is. She may even comment here. Yes, my hips can't take it. That's what I expect to see on the screen, Alex.
Can the golf cart you have make it?
Thanks, Fred.
Can your golf cart make it 26 miles without running out of battery, Fred?
There it is, Alex. My hip can't do it. Ain't no way.
The hips don't lie. Isn't that a song by Shakira?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I bet her hips could make the whole run.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
It would
lock up and I'd be face down on the concrete.
That's sad.
And that sounds like a rap song.
She's old. 20 or 25-year-old body.
Holy
old
cow.
lady,
What did
Alex.
she do? Did she golf or something?
She did. I'm not sure we're attributing that to the hip issue. Maybe it's gymnastics. Maybe she just sucks at, stretching and staying in shape. That's right, Alex. I'm calling you out on live TV.
Sucks at stretching and staying in shape.
That's correct.
Huh.
She let it go.
I was round. Round's a shape.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
All right. What else should we talk about, Brian?
How
is the 2026 shaping up real estate wise?
I have a number of names on my board of people who are going to do business with me, and real estate's an interesting world where people tell you they're going to do stuff and it's months away.
Yes.
Like I got one of my neighbors who's going to want me to list their house this summer.
Okay. But we have a customer that wanted to buy in the summer, and we just closed them a couple days ago.
That is correct.
Yeah.
We did, which worked out great. I unfortunately had one of my clients who I have their house on the market. She passed away this week. That's something new to deal with, and the house is off the market, and we're going to figure out how that's all going to play out. But that's a new scenario I've had to deal with in the real estate world. But starting off the year with a closing on day 5, that's pretty nice.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's exciting.
And I'm going to have another client who's going to sign a deal for her book to become a movie later this month, and then she's going to be ready to buy a house. So.
Wow.
I know.
Is it a porn?
I don't think so. She doesn't seem to be the porn writer type.
What is that type? Are you just picturing like a mustachioed mullet guy?
That's totally what I picture. Greasy hair, mullet guy.
Huh.
So, that'll be happening. I would imagine in February she'll be hitting that pretty heavy and ready to go buy a house. So that'd be cool.
Okay.
So, we shall see.
So do you think this is the year, like 2004, it was supposed to happen. The market was supposed to crash. Housing was supposed to crash. And then 2025, the market's going to crash. It's going to go upside down and houses are going to be worth nothing. So is it finally going to happen in 2026?
I have personally never been under the belief that was truly going to happen.
Oh, me either.
And yeah, I haven't seen as many headlines as I think realtors just put out there to kind of stoke fear and make it clickbait.
Yeah.
Because people that I've talked to very rarely say anything about a housing crash or anything like that. So no. Hell, there was a stat this week that 40% of homeowners are free and clear on their house.
Yeah.
They're not.
There's more equity in homes today than there ever has been in history. So it's in the trillions.
To think that the market will crash is, I think, absurd.
Okay. So let's talk about another subject that you brought up on your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok pages. Donald Trump is putting out there to make it to where large institutional companies like BlackRock can't go buy up homes anymore. And single family homes are meant to be owned by people, not businesses.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think and I said this on that particular reel, I appreciate how this administration is pitching ideas to try and kick the housing market into a good direction. Whether it's floating out the idea of a 50-year mortgage, whether it's floating out the idea of transferring your mortgage,
never going to happen.
Taking it with you. And that's the thing.
Portable mortgage is never going to happen.
And then there's this idea of stopping institutional lenders. And in my head, I hear that and I think, okay, where are the loopholes in that? Does BlackRock come out and say, okay, Jim, I need you to go buy that house in your name. I'm going to give you the money to do it. It's not going to be in BlackRock's name. And it's just, they're going to find a workaround to make that continue to be a problem.
Well, so I mean, here's where I draw that back is you can only have 10 mortgages in your name.
Okay.
So, in Indianapolis, with one agent that I worked with, one hedge fund had over $1 billion slated to purchase homes just in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So to do that in the amount of homes, they'd have to have like 100 people buying homes for them just in Indianapolis.
Sure.
So I think there's a reason why BlackRock lost $17 billion in one day after that announcement, because that is a very large portion of just that company's portfolio.
Sure.
They're not the only one. They're not the biggest one.
Right.
There's hedge funds right now that are built around that. America Homes for Rent is a really big one too. And the statistic that I read is the same one that you talk about. Only 1% of the homes in America
less
are
than
owned by
1% even, but yeah.
But if you take less than 1%, let's go, okay, well, they're not buying homes in Wabash and Marion and Bloomington, but they are in Indianapolis.
Yep.
Right. So when you take cities like Chicago, Atlanta, I think it was Houston, some of those areas, more than 25% of the actual homes are owned by.
Sure.
So when we talk about, affordability of homes and the lack of homes, we're not talking about that in rural county America. We're talking about it in metropolises, in the big cities, where now this small family is trying to buy their first home in Fishers, Indiana, and BlackRock's offering cash above list, right? And then, face it, it's obviously a big thing because Fishers actually passed a rule about how many rentals can be, and then Hamilton County and Carmel have passed this rule. I heard that Greenwood is on board and floated that idea to do the same thing. So, okay, if counties and towns and municipalities are making changes that they can't buy, it's maybe a bigger issue than what we think. And maybe the thumbprint of where housing is and floating ideas to do something different is maybe better than not doing anything at all.
Oh,
right?
I totally agree. And like I said, I like that there are ideas being presented, but now it's a matter of how do we, what's the plan?
What is it? Right.
Unfortunately, Donald Trump is well known for pitching ideas, but then he'll come up with, we'll come back to this in 2 weeks. We'll talk about this in 2 weeks. And 2 weeks later, nothing has changed.
Yeah.
And so ideas are great, but unless you progress forward to make something happen with those ideas, it's nothing more than words. One of the things that I look at with this floated idea, there is a place in our society for rentals. The BlackRocks, the Americas for Homes, that kind of thing. Not everybody is going to buy a house. And so to stop those institutions from buying properties that they're going to rent, unfortunately, hurts a segment of the population that's never, or at least not anytime soon, going to buy a house.
Sure.
But they want to rent somewhere. And so that it goes back to, you're never going to make everybody happy.
Right.
And so there's no way to please everybody.
Well, there is that one part that if Donald Trump floats it, there's a certain segment that doesn't like
oh, absolutely.
Like if he came out and actually took all of the things that everybody wants to happen and it actually happened. Like, let's say Donald Trump wiped out crime and there was never crime anymore. There's a segment of Trump haters that are going, dang it, where's the crime?
Yeah.
There is that, what's it called? DTS.
Yeah. Trump Durant TDS.
TDS. I'm dyslexic.
So
let's touch on that about a place for renting.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people that are big in the housing world that believe we are on our way to housing like Japan, and that
being a renting economy,
that home ownership's actually gone. Grant Cardone is one of them, speaking big time of the idea of the dream of home ownership is gone, and we're going to move more towards these large institutions that are owning properties, and everybody's going to be a renter, that we've made it unaffordable. And I think if we're not going to do anything to make change, right? I mean, think about it. To come up with a 50-year mortgage, first it has to be a floated idea. Then it has to be a plan. Then you've got to have Congress and the Senate agree to put that together. Then you have to have Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac write loan programs. On top of that, you've got to have investors that will agree to invest in 50-year bonds. And figure out what their loss and profit ratios are. What's the time frame that those loans are going to be paid off too early? How are they going to make their money on them? And there's a whole thing. It's a floated idea, but it's going to take a long time. And I haven't done the research to look how long did it take from when Roosevelt floated the 30-year mortgage. How long did it take before it became one?
Sure.
That's a great. I've never looked that up.
A huge difference between FDR and now is the 24-hour news cycle.
The
FDR,
20-minute news
exactly.
cycle.
FDR could have floated the idea, and it took months for it to ever reach the news and become a talking point for a newspaper that you're not going to see for a few days.
4 days. Yeah.
Whereas here it's floated out, and within seconds now it's become a national story, and now there's opinions being floated left and right. That's a huge, huge difference.
Yeah, huge thing.
And what everybody wants what can you do for me now economy and world that we live in. They hear the idea of a 50-year mortgage. Okay, well, let's make it happen. How are we going to do that?
And it's a whole thing.
It is a year's process to get there. And that's unfortunately what people don't quite understand. The one thing that to me is out maybe of this conversation is where the problem really lies. It's not as much in the fact that BlackRock owns all of these rentals and other companies as well, but there's just a lack of homes available.
Sure.
When everything shut down in 2008 and, the economy went to shit, well, the builders stopped building too, which set us way back. And so now we're at a point where the population has continued to grow, but the housing being built to keep up with that population increase has not kept up. And I think I read something today. It's like 2047 is the projected year where housing may actually become affordable for people. There's part of it because we don't have enough housing for people.
There's also the piece that that Gen Z, is that the new ones?
No, Gen Alphas now.
Okay,
I believe.
But Gen Zs aren't having kids, right? Not as fast.
Gen Z are like the 90s. So yeah.
Okay, so
but the
birth rate right now is really low.
Birth rate has, I'm not gonna say flipped, but it's low.
So if you take the birth rate of today versus the people turning 30 today, which is what drives housing, where's that going to put us in 30 years when this really low birth rate, which is what happened in 08, the lowest birth rate in 25 years at 08 happened and caused a crash. Are we going to catch up because that birth rate's going to catch up, or is it going to be negative? I don't know. That's too long for, I'm 56. I feel like I'm 74. And I thought of this, and this is pretty crazy. When you were, how old are you right now?
52.
So you're 52, and I'm 56. So when I was 36 years old, 56 felt like
long way away.
20 years, right? That is way away from here. But when I look back at 36, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
So 56. So now we're going to talk about 76, and the same for you. We're going to talk about 72. So now you realize that 72 is like where that blender is. It's like right there.
I know. It's funny when you're younger, the ages seem like they're much farther away.
Right.
But as you get older, those ages in the future seem a lot closer.
I think it goes faster when you have more behind you than you have in front of you.
Probably.
Yeah. So when you think about those things, it's like, okay, I guess I really don't care what happens in 35 years from now.
For real.
The chances of me being strolling around here at 90 years old and actually knowing what's going on.
Right.
Like I guarantee we're not going to be on YouTube in 30 years going, okay, this is marathon week.
Guarantee that ain't happening. That is for sure. Maybe
You want
we'll be
another-
following Alex
you
down
want
here
another
where she's
tequila?
running the Disney Marathon.
Yeah.
Is anybody still on board here? The comments
there's
stopped
still
years
like
ago.
5 people on here watching. We got a constant flow of folks hanging on.
Sort of.
Everybody say hi if you're still watching.
It shows there's people on, but nobody's making
Say
comments.
hi.
I think they
Say
all
hi
went to
if you're
sleep.
We started talking about real estate. And
And that's
down the
it.
hill.
Went in the
we should
crap.
talk about tequila.
So back to the marathon. Tomorrow. Hi, Stephanie.
Stephanie says hi.
So tomorrow we've got our last run.
It's tequila time.
Oh,
65
hey,
says
what's
hello. What's
up?
up, Chris? What's happening, brother?
Nice.
Chris has a great show. It's tequila time, and he comes on.
I feel like there should be an
and,
accent when you say that.
What?
It's tequila
It's
time.
tequila time. No, Chris has an accent. He's from the Missouri, Kansas area, and he's got a really cool setup behind him with these really cool neon lights. It says it's tequila time, and he busts out reviews and talks about bottle hunting and does a great job. It's fun to watch. So,
All
thanks
right.
for watching, Chris.
That's great, dude.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we've got our final run, which we're gonna do like 10 miles tomorrow.
10 miles tomorrow. That's the goal. Yeah.
Tony's gonna run
Tony's
with us.
running with, yeah, she thinks we're only doing a 10K.
And
Oops, 4
then
miles.
Stephanie, she'll be flying in tomorrow night and
Is she running
joining
with
the
us
party.
too?
God no. But she'll be joining the party tomorrow night, right during the IU game, which is super helpful. I blame, I don't know, I guess the timing gods, because we arranged this months ago.
I
right?
said, look, here's what I told Brian.
No, let's back this up. When I found out IU was playing at 7:30, and I looked at the fact that Stephanie lands at 8:05, I was like, "You're gonna have to go pick up Stephanie from the airport,
But then you said
or
she
she
could
can
just
get
Uber.
or she can get an Uber."
I said, yeah, you're right. You probably should let your wife jump into a car with a strange man and risk her life all across
Yeah.
the city so you can watch some boys play a game.
I see no
You're like,
problem
exactly.
with that. Stephanie knows, and if anybody can take
Well,
care of
wow,
herself, anybody can take care of herself in an Uber, Stephanie Quinlan.
Yeah.
Either way, we're gonna pick her up from the airport tomorrow night. Probably go get some food, watch IU hopefully win, and go on to the national championship game. And then Saturday we are gonna go pick up our race bibs,
Product
and all
pickup,
of our
yeah.
stuff. Then we're gonna meet up with my parents at Disney Springs and walk around and get some lunch and just have a good old time.
Tonight we ate at a place called Sicky's.
We did. You kept calling us Stinkies.
Well, it looked like Stinkies when I first seen the sign. What did you think of Sicky's?
Sicky's Garage restaurant or something like that?
It's kind of a knockoff of Ford's Garage.
I agree. Kind of the diner vibe.
Lots
I
of burgers.
suppose. I had a pepperoni pizza burger, which was tasty.
It looked nice. It looked like you had a pizza burger.
Their tequila selection sucked.
Oh yeah, it was. Their tequila section was so bad.
This is for you, Chris.
I drank water.
Yeah, like real water.
I just had water because they had Terramana.
That was it.
That's
She
it.
came back and Brad asked for a tequila list. Like she looked at him like, what? So she comes back and says like
Santos.
5
She said
tequilas.
she had
She goes, "We have
Santos."
Santos. I'm like, oh, you have
Uh-huh.
Santos? He's like, sure. Yeah, I'll take that. Neat. And she comes back. She goes, oh, we're out of Santos. She goes, I think we need to update the menu because that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, they had Terramana. That's it. Which I realized that they literally just wring one of the Rock's socks out to make that. So I said, I'll just drink water. I'll drink. I got PM Spirits and
Chris says that's
Agrosol.
terrible.
It is terrible. And Wild Cod. I got my plain tequilas too.
That's right.
They're not plain. They're tequilas I drank on the plane.
Alex says we better be going to Miller's Ale House. Guarantee you,
Oh, we're
Alex.
going there,
Quinlan,
yeah.
We're going to Miller's Ale House, but I had to wait till your mom got here.
We're also
Before I
drinking
take
in
it.
Mexico.
Well, there will be, and yes. So continuing with our itinerary, we'll be in bed by 5 p.m. on Saturday
5. It's way earlier than 5.
because we got to get up at like 3 in the morning on Sunday to make our way over to the start of the race at the Epcot Center parking lot. Race starts somewhere between 4:30 and 5 o'clock for us, and then we're just going to absolutely nothing the rest of the day after the marathon, assuming we survive. And then
we're gonna do something.
then Monday.
It's grasping onto what little life we have.
Correct. We're gonna crawl over to the hot tub and just
And
pass
if there's
out in
any
there,
children in there, I'm drowning them.
kicking them out.
Yeah. I'm just gonna held underwater.
So that's Sunday, and then Monday we're sticking around to drink around the world at Epcot Center.
And I'm only
and
gonna make it to Mexico.
Brad's going to Mexico, and
Yeah.
he's gonna just sit at the tequila bar at Mexico, maybe meet up with some tequila influencers over there. while Stephanie and I and apparently Tony are going to go drink around the world. And
Yeah.
then Stephanie's going drunk to the airport and flying home.
I'm hoping. So Doug Price from Agave Social Club.
Yep.
And Tequila Tim. And Phenomenal Nom.
Not Tequila Time, Tequila Tim.
Tim, yeah, Tequila Time. Tequila Tim lives here.
Okay.
Tequila Time lives out there. Phenomenal Nom, Gonzo. Hopefully, he's in the Mexican Silverback. He's here in town as well. So there's a few content creators that we talk to, and they all want. I haven't met any of them in person, so hopefully we get to spend a little time at La Cava and drink some tequila. And,
all right.
I mean, I don't need to go to Canada and order tequila.
You don't?
I mean, that's what I would. If I got to Canada, I'm gonna like, what tequila you guys got?
I visit all the countries and order a different beer in each country.
You just
usually a golden lager of some kind.
It's like, what's your version of Coors Light?
Exactly. That unfortunately is where it usually starts.
Yeah. So I figured why go to all the other places when I just really want to go to Mexico. Anyway.
That's totally fine. We will make our way around, maybe do a ride or two, and then come back and finish off the other half.
I'm not doing a ride.
That's okay too.
You know what's exciting is I get to go to Mexico here, and then next week I get to go to Mexico, and then I fly back down the 29th through the 1st to Mexico, and I'm working with this brand to help create a brand new brand. I'm going to help them create a profile and kind of the direction that this tequila brand is going to go. And so I'll be going back down in February.
Chris, have you been to Mexico and done tequila stuff down there? Curious. So
I'm not sure if Chris has gone yet.
I was in the room changing clothes, and I came out, and Brad says, "Now it feels like vacation." He had turned on the TV and found a Spanish TV station.
Telemundo.
And they're just straight speaking Spanish, and he's like, "Now it feels like vacation." What a clown!
Oh, he has been there. Awesome,
excellent.
Yeah, this time we'll be in Amatatan and Tequila, and then in the last week of January I'll be down in.
Thanks, Fred.
Same Amatatan area. Good night, Freddie. And then the brand I'm working with is going to be at a distillery in Aranda, so that'll be pretty cool too. So
that is very cool.
I still got to get you to go.
I know. Well,
I know you're not a tequila person.
If someone pays to fly my ass down there and experience, I'm in.
So now I got to pay.
No, one of your distillers will pay.
I would love for you to
call me your cohort.
I would love for you to experience the tradition, the people, and really see it. So you could come back and go, okay, that's kind of cool.
I like experiences.
I know you
don't really care for the tequila, but
I mean,
I'll go.
You've signed up for the ultimate experience. You're running a freaking marathon. Right?
I'm a team player.
Yeah.
So I may not love what it is I'm drinking, but I'll play along.
So I have a new hat.
Nosotros.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Us.
Okay.
Nosotros. So Carlos Soto started this brand as a 22-year-old kid, as a college idea. He was in an entrepreneur class.
Okay.
And the professor wanted everybody. This was 2015, and the professor said, "I want a business idea. Put down your phone." And he said that because that's when Uber first came out. So all of the people in the class were trying to find an equivalent to Uber.
Sure.
Like, we'll bring you detergent. We'll call it Super.
Yeah.
Like always these stupid things. And he's like, put down your phone, come up with a business idea that needs to be something other than, Uber related. And he was at a bar that night, and he noticed everybody was ordering margaritas and palomas and tequila. And he thought, oh, what's tequila all about? And so he went through the process as a 22-year-old kid and got this brand all put together, and he had to name it. And they're all sitting around trying to come up with a name. And literally, he's like, one of the guys went, "Hey, to us."
Oh, okay.
And he thought, most Americans take Spanish, so they're surely going to know nosotros, us. Yeah. He's like, unfortunately, they don't.
No.
But he's got a great brand. He's got a mezcal and tequila, and it's really cool. And he sent me this hat, because I'm getting a big hat collection.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, there's a lot of hats on the wall. So this was from this week's interview. So I popped this hat out. I don't know.
Buenas Vibras is probably good vibes.
Good vibes. Yeah, good vibes.
That makes
good
sense.
Vibes and us. And then he's from Costa Rica. So the toucan, that is to symbol Costa Rica. So, yeah.
Nifty.
Kind of cool stuff.
So it is.
Yeah,
trying to find it here.
The old translator. Oh, it is good vibes. I already know. Tony told me.
Oh, well, okay.
Tony's working really hard on her Spanish. I am as well working on Spanish, but I'm not. Tony's better than me. I can understand. I can't speak. So
Pretty typical.
yeah, is that typical?
Very much so.
Yeah.
And even to like read it, because you can pick up on
It's easier to
context.
Yeah,
and,
I can
and
read some of the
words
stuff,
here
yeah.
and there, and then you can put it together into what it probably says.
You know, when they say something like perfecto, if we just did that with all the words, Spanish would be so much easier.
Can we just take English and put an O or an A?
O and A at the end of it, yeah.
Make it so much easier.
It would be so much easier.
All right, bro. It's been 45 minutes. Let's jet out of here.
Wait a minute.
Tequila time.
Cabo
Cabo
San Lucas,
Guadalajara.
Tequila, and Puerto Vallarta.
All right. Muy bien,
That's
senor.
fantastic.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chris, how's your Spanish?
Oh, it's perfecto.
Oh, everybody in Missouri speaks Spanish.
What do you say? Excusa? Mi excusa, mi.
This is
Yeah,
riveting
I forget.
television.
It is. I forget. Damn, I forget one of the main words.
Terrible. Okay.
Terrible. That's good. Yeah.
Just like Brad.
Just like me. Yeah. But I speak fluent distillery.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Damn it. I can't remember this.
That's one of the things my dad asked me today when I was talking about you. He says, "Does he speak Spanish?" I go, "No, he's working on it, and his wife is taking a class." I said, "But honestly, the people in Mexico, they either speak English, speak it well enough, or somebody at the distillery that Brad's talking to can speak English and translate for him."
Yeah. So you know what's funny? So New Year's Eve,
Order food and drinks.
we're rocking out New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And it's midnight Indiana time, and my WhatsApp goes off.
Oh.
Sergio Cruz.
Yeah.
So Sergio WhatsApps me to say Happy New Year, and we couldn't talk to each other because he speaks this much English and I speak this much Spanish. But nueve años.
Feliz 9 años.
Yeah, feliz nueve años, permito.
Oh, okay.
Little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that out.
Isn't he younger than you?
Yeah, that's why I call him little brother.
Oh, sorry. I thought he said that to you.
He always calls me little brother, and I'm
Oh.
like, no, you're 42, dude. I am.
Is he taller than you?
No,
He's not?
no, we're about the same.
I was going to say, he
About the same
seems
height.
taller.
No, we're about exactly the same
Okay.
height, actually. Yeah. I'm a little skinnier than he is,
Okay.
but he's not forced to run a marathon. So
He's not.
maybe
Alex
the
almost
next
ran
one
with us.
we can get him.
Well, when we first threw this idea out there, Alex said he was going to do it with
I'm going
us.
to tell you that whatever Alex LaCroix said he was going to do with us, there was absolutely no intention of doing that. He said, "Oh, maybe I'll run the 10K." I haven't heard from him until after the 10K, guaranteed. Like he's not running this. And
Maybe he'll be the one at the finish line handing out the tequila cups to everybody.
Christiana, like Christiana's birthday's the 16th. We're spending the 16th and 17th with her. And I said, well, you can just run with this on the 18th. And she's like, sorry, my flight is out on the 18th. So she did that on purpose. So she didn't have to run. So Todd Hummel, who invited us to do it, he's not going to run.
What?
Yeah, Rafael from Four Copas, he's going to be there, but he's not running. Jimmy Salsa will be there, but he's not running. Like Tony and I are the only ones I know besides Ileana that are going to run.
Where's Tequila J Bear?
Tequila J Bear is actually going to be in the area, but probably won't be in Amatatan. I think he'll be on the other side because he's at his house in Puerto Vallarta.
Stephanie, if you're still watching, I'm just going to say, finally.
Finally what?
I'll tell you after the show. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got? You're not even going to fill me in?
I said after the show.
Okay.
All right, dude. It's been 48 minutes.
That's a pretty good show.
It is. I did not expect to go this long.
You didn't have to edit anything on this one.
I did not.
We should do them all live. Our jobs just got to
make it so much easier. It would. All right.
Hey,
well,
let's cheers.
To those of you who
Salute.
tuned in for this live episode, we really appreciate you being here.
Some prayers that we don't die. Please pray for us.
Yep. We'll be thinking about us 5-ish a.m. Eastern time on Sunday. And it's going to, we're estimating 5 to 5.5 hours of running.
Okay. And I disagree with that
Okay.
because I trained and ran pretty hard and did it in 5 hours and 29 minutes.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking 5.5 to 6.
I'm thinking 6.
I'm just looking at the pace that you and I have been keeping up.
For 6 miles?
No, when we did the half marathon run, we literally kept an 11-minute or under
We
pace.
did. We kept 11-minute pace.
And that included some walking.
So
I really,
Okay.
I don't think we'll be over 5.5. I really don't.
But
I've never ran 26. So.
if we beat my 5 hours and 29 minutes,
Okay.
somebody needs to donate more money.
Ooh.
That's all I'm saying.
Andy,
I think he's
Keep
already
that
gone.
$1,000 on
Yeah.
ice, baby.
If we beat my 5 hours and 29 minutes, please pitch in some more money for the food pantry.
We'll take it. Appreciate it. All right. Well, we'll see you next time on Indiana Success Happy Hour. Cheers.
Cheers. We don't know how to leave. We're still stuck here.